Welcome to the product comparison webinar. Today we'll look at how to do a product comparison and how you can do a product comparison outside of an opportunity and then link it back to an opportunity once you're done. So there's a few ways to create the product comparison. You can click on the Start a Product Comparison button on the dashboard. You can also go into an opportunity itself, into the Calculation section, and click on New Product Comparison. And if you haven't got an opportunity yet, you can go straight to Calculators, click on Product Comparisons and start one from here. We'll create one here just so we can show you how to attach it to an opportunity afterwards. So what you'll need to do first of all is do a product search and select the products that you're actually after. So say for this example, our clients are after a 3-year fixed loan. They want a standard variable, full doc, and we'll say they're after a few features on the loan as well, so maybe they might be interested in interest only and maybe 100% offset or partial offset. So we'll run the search there, and this will tell us which lenders have products that match all of this criteria. These products are sorted by the rate, so it goes from lowest to highest rate. You can also enter a loan amount and LVR here, but it does reduce the number of products that display here. So say we enter an amount in here, we'll run the search, and we'll see it's come up with about 40 less products. This means that there's probably about 40 products that don't actually cater for the loan amount that you've entered. We can also search by LVR, so if we know what the loan amount in LVR might be, we can enter that here and click on Filter by LVR. That means it will take into account the 90% LVR and only give us products that can go 90% or above. Right, so that's brought the total amount of products right down to 265. And there's also a No LMI checkbox here, which will only display products for lenders that will lend to the above LVR without charging LMI. Which, if it's above 90%, there probably won't be any products left, so we'll leave that unticked for now. What we do is select a few products here. We'll grab these 3 and click on Use Products. So what you'll see here are your products compared side by side. These products are now ordered by the cheapest to the more expensive. You can see the comparative saving down the bottom, which indicates that this loan is $82,000 cheaper than the ANZ Break Free over the life of the loan, so over 30 years. Just running down the loan details, we'll see we've got the principal amount here. You can alter them on a per product basis. We've got the rates, the repayments. This one would be for the 3 years, this one for the remaining 27 years. We've got the frequency, which we can change if we want to, and that obviously would change the repayments as well. Any extra repayments, that would be used if they actually do want to pay more than this figure here. You could just add, say, maybe $200 extra per month. And when you add repayments, a number of things happen. The loan term has now gone down to 26.3 years. And it's changed the total loan cost. It's brought it down to $499. The default loan cost will always remain the same. So this is all of the loan costs over a period of 30 years. No matter what you add and what rates you change within the products, this will always stay the same and allow you to compare products without any of the changes. The total loan cost obviously will apply the changes. The savings relative to default is basically the default total cost minus the total loan cost. So if you add the extra $200 here, you're saving about $85,000. The comparative savings has gone up from $80,000 to $167,000. Alright, so we'll remove the extra repayment for now, and we'll take a look at this section here. So you're able to change the amount here, and doing so will change it all across the products as well. You can change the LVR as well if you need. You can even shorten the loan term. You can set a default repayment here. For example, we'll put the default repayment up to that amount, and that actually grays out the repayments here, and it will also add to the total loan cost here. So the repayments that we've put there are above the automatically calculated repayments, so we'll find that the total loan cost has probably gone down. So it is at 443, and before that it was at 538. Now you can add an extra repayment here which pushes it through to all of the products rather than one by one. Same with the frequency, and if you take interest only, it will also apply it to all of the products. So we'll have a look at what interest only does. It puts the I/O next to all of the rates and repayments, just so you're aware. And just by taking interest only, you'll see that the total loan cost has actually gone up because we're not chipping away at that loan there at all. You can also set the interest only years, so say we only want to go interest only for 3 years, that'll calculate it accordingly. The projection term lets you set a number of years that you'd like to see these figures for. So for example, we'll put 5 years in here, and you'll notice that we're now seeing the comparative savings for only 5 years. The loan term is still 30 years, but all of these figures here show only over a 5-year period. So if we remove the interest only tick, we'll see that the end balance is only about 100 grand less than the principal amount, and that is because we're only looking at 5 years into the future. So this would be useful if you have a situation where you know that your clients are going to refinance in 5 years. It gives you a good idea of, rather than looking at the full 30-year term, you can look at just the comparative savings over the 5 years. The offset balance can be entered here, so say your clients might have maybe $25,000 in their account which they want to use as an offset. If you pop that in there, it should add that to the loan products, but looks like it actually hasn't done anything, which probably means that these particular products don't cater for offset. They don't have that feature available. So you can change the order here. You can also order by rate, repayment or lender. The lump sum payments or redraw would happen, say for example, if your clients are able to make a payment maybe in 2 years' time. So we'll say they can make a payment 24 months of say $10,000. Put that in there and pushes the details across here. Because it's interest only, it's not doing too much, so we'll remove that tick there, and we'll see the loan term's actually gone right down to 27 years on that one. And you'll see that there will be a bigger saving as well there because of this repayment. You can also add a redraw. So for example, say in 5 years the clients would like to draw $20,000 out of their loan, maybe to do some renovations. We'll put that in here, and when you enter the amount you just enter a negative. So that's brought the loan term up slightly, and it's also added to the total loan cost. We can also view the product comparisons as a graph, and lets you compare how each product will go along the way. So we can see that this product here, the MEB product, will actually be finished before the 30-year term, and the others look like they're going slightly over 30 years. The other graph we have, we can compare costs. So this lets you see the total principal, the total interest, and the total fees of each of the products. Now, going back to the products, you can actually manually change a bunch of things in the products. It's almost all editable completely in this area. Say IDE is giving you a 1% discount for riding with them. We'd pop that in here, so the discount for the 3-year fixed period and the 27-year period as well. Once I've saved that, we can see that it's even more competitive than it used to be. In here you can also edit the fees and the features that they might have, and you can have a breakdown of the amortization schedule as well. Now when you do the product comparison, it will probably become apparent what the top sort of 5 or 6 products might be. When you do the merge document, it gives you a printout. We'll just do one here. A lot of the time if you have sort of dozens of products. They won't actually fit on the product comparison page there, so it's best to keep them to about 5 or 6 products that you'll end up choosing from. And what you'll see at the end of the day is product comparison summary with all of the information that you have in Mercury. You'll also see this graph and this one here as well. And that one's all ready to go. Now the product comparison is also brought through to the compliance documents automatically. So the product comparison also features in the preliminary assessment as well. So what I'll show next is how to do a product split. There's a number of reasons to use this. For our example here, we'll just say that you're wanting to do one product for this fixed portion of the loan and another one for the variable. So to do that, we click on Add Products, and what we're doing is creating a package, a product package. And for a product package, you can only use 2 products from the same lender. So for this example, we'll select this variable and fixed, these 2 products here, and click on Create a Package. Now we can name the package if we want, and enter the 2 different amounts that we're wanting to put through against each product. So just for example, we'll break it up like this. Click OK, and it's added the package here. Now the package is quite similar to the other products. There is a main difference here, which is when you click on the package here to view the details, it displays the 2 separate product details underneath only. So you don't really have that amortization schedule like you have with the other products. However, if you click on one of the other products, you can actually view it this way. So it's slightly different in that because you might need to edit each product separately in a package, you would do that here rather than on the main screen. Right, so we're actually done with this product comparison. It's pretty clear who the winner is here, probably because we've added extra repayments, but we'll name the product comparison anyway. Save and exit, and we'll refresh the list and we'll see that it pops up at the top. So in our example, we hadn't created an opportunity yet. We'll say now that we have an opportunity ready and we want to actually bring the existing product comparison over. We'll find the opportunity and click on Attach instead of New, and we would attach a product comparison. Here we can search for the one that we've done, select Demo 1 and choose that, and it's been added here now. So we'll also remember to click on the active one just so that the documents know which one to pull through. Sometimes you can have 2 or 3 different calculators under each thing, and the document then doesn't know which one to pull through, so it does cause some issues. And the last thing we need to cover is from an opportunity. If we open the product comparison here and say we're ready, we're pretty certain we're going to go with this product now, what we would do is click on Apply Product to Loan. And when it comes through, it doesn't actually bring through any discounts. And the reason for that is the products are being updated all the time. So if you've done the product comparison and overnight we've had a product update, you would want to bring through the most up-to-date product details and then re-add any discounts or fee changes into this section. So it's best to double check the rates, whether it's interest only or any fees that you might have changed in here after you bring it through to the loan. So that's about it for the product comparison webinar. Thanks for listening.